I welcome you all in this online video. So this is my third lecture in the electromagnetic theory. So today I'll be discussing about the Maxwell's field equation and what is its significance. So Maxwell field equations are: number one is divergence D equal to rho, and or if we write down in terms of the D equal to epsilon E, so the divergence E equal to rho by epsilon. This is Gauss's law in electrostatics. Gauss's law of electrostatics. And number two, it is the Gauss's law of magnetostatics, that is divergence B equal to 0. Or if you write down B equal to mu into H, so this is written as divergence H equal to 0. This is Gauss's law of magnetostatics. Magnetostatics. The third equation is the Faraday's law of the electromagnetic induction, that is curl of E equal to minus del B by del T. And that is, if you write down B equal to mu into H, so this becomes curl of E equal to minus mu del H by del T. This is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. This is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Similarly, the fourth one is the it is Ampere's law, but it is modified Ampere's law, and that is curl of H equal to J plus del D by del T. That is the conduction current density and the displacement current density, or it is written as curl of H equal to J equal to, or J plus D equal to epsilon E. So this becomes epsilon del E by del T. This is modified Ampere's law. Ampere's law. So these are the four equations. These are constructed with the Maxwell's equation. It is these are the differential form of the Maxwell's equation. That is these are the Maxwell's equation, and these two are the steady state equation, and these two another two are the time varying equation. This is the steady state, and this is your time varying. So what it says, that steady states means there is no time variation in this case, Gauss's law of electrostatic and magnetostatics. Whereas in these two laws, you see, change of magnetic field, it produces electric field, and change of electric field, it is related to the magnetic field. That is how. So it has been divided into four equations. It divided into two categories. One is the steady state, another is the time varying. So one is the Gauss's law of electrostatics. This is electric field related to the charge density divided by the permittivity of the medium. And another one, Gauss's law of magnetostatics, which says that divergence of the magnetic field equal to 0. And the third one is the Faraday's law of the electromagnetic induction, that is the change of the magnetic field, it produces the electric field, or that is the electromagnetic induction. And the modified Ampere's law, we find that the time varying electric field and plus the conduction current density, that will produce the magnetic field. So when you integrate equation 1 with respect to V, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you will integrating equation 1 with respect to V, I am just integrating equation 1 with respect to V. Then what we will get? Integration and then rho dV over the volume and 1 by epsilon, which is equal to integration divergence E into dV over the volume. So this is equal to this volumetrical change, divergence is there, so the volumetrical changes to the surface integral by the Gauss divergence E dot ds. This is by the divergence theorem. Divergence theorem. So E dot ds over this surface integral, this is nothing, this is the electric flux through the closed surface. This is electric flux through the closed surface, or we can write down that is rho dv, that is equal to q, and this is the flux. So integration, we can write down integration E dot ds, which is equal to q by epsilon. This is q divided by epsilon. So the divergence in the case differential form, divergence E equal to rho by epsilon, that is converted in the integral form like this, integration E ds equal to q by epsilon. So this is the electric flux and this is the charge divided by the permittivity of the area. Again, this is the Gauss's law. So now if you take the equation 2, equation 2 is equation 2 is a divergence B equal to 0, divergence B equal to 0. Now you integrate it over the volume. So integration divergence B over the volume dV equal to 0. So this is now again the Gauss divergence theorem. This can be changed to the surface integral. So it will be B dot ds, which is equal to 0 over the surface. So this B dot ds equal to 0. This is magnetic flux. This is your magnetic flux. So this is magnetic flux through the closed surface, that is equal to 0. Means no flux is the flux entering into the volume equal to the flux leaving into the volume. If there is a closed surface, the flux is entering and the flux which is going out, these two are the equal. So that tells about the divergence V equal to 0. Now if you come to the equation 3, that is equation 3 is curl E equal to, equation 3, that is curl E equal to minus del mu del H by del T. So if we integrate it over the closed path, if you integrate it, curl of E closed path, so this is ds over s, which is equal to minus or this can be converted into curl E into ds, that is converted into E dot dl by the Stokes theorem. In the two cases we are using the Gauss divergence theorem. Here we are using the Stokes theorem, and the Stokes theorem is that the curl of E over the surface equal to line integral of that vector. So this is over the closed path, and this is our Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem. So this is negative rate of, what it says, that this is minus. So E dot dl, that is the line integral of the electric field, which is equal to the time varying magnetic field. Magnetic field. Now we will talk about the negative rate of change of magnetic flux. This is negative rate of change of magnetic flux, and that is equal to induced EMF, induced electromotive force in a closed circuit. In a closed circuit, and that is the Faraday's law of the electromagnetic induction. Now we'll be talking about considering this Maxwell's equation, that is the Ampere's law. We'll be discussing about the decay of free charge. Decay of free charge, or what is the relaxation time? So the important conclusion that we have, that is important deduction that we will get from the Maxwell's equation, that is the decay of the free charges. We are talking about the free charges, not bound charges. or any other charges. So how it is being decayed, and what is the relaxation time. So let us consider from the Maxwell's equation, fourth equation, curl of H equal to J plus del D by del T, the conduction current density and the displacement current density, and J equal to sigma into E plus epsilon del E by del T, because D equal to epsilon E, displacement vector, it is related like this. So we put it here. So this will be J into E, J equal to sigma into E, and sigma is the conductivity. So if you take the divergence of this curl of H, divergence of curl of H, and that is equal to sigma, then divergence of E plus epsilon, and divergence it is del E by del T, or we take the derivative outside, so del by del T, and then divergence of E. So this we consider this sigma and E, conductivity and the permittivity of the medium, these two are the constants. So therefore divergence of curl of H equal to 0, this is a vector identity that we know from the vector calculus. So this divergence E equal to, so that is sigma, and divergence E equal to rho by epsilon, plus epsilon del by del T, divergence E equal to rho by epsilon, so it will be del rho by del T and multiplied with the epsilon. So this is 0. So this epsilon del rho by del T equal to minus sigma rho by epsilon. So if you integrate this, if you just take rho one side, and if integrating this expression, you will be getting integrating we will be getting this expression rho equal to rho naught e to the power minus T sigma by E. So what is this expression says that we are getting integrating rho equal to rho 0 e to the power and minus T sigma by E. So this is rho 0 e to the power minus T by tau. So this expression, it says that this tau is the relaxation time, and which is the ratio of epsilon by sigma, So this equation says that the free charge at t equal to 0, it was rho 0, this is the charge density, and gradually it decreases by the exponential relation, negative exponential relation. So the free charge decays, rho equal to rho 0 e to the power minus T by T. So this relation is the free charge decays exponentially, and it is independent of the other electromagnetic disturbances. Thank you.